Okay, y'all. So, welcome to the Sess Podcast. I'm Sharyce. So this really ain't the first episode. The first episode I did with one of my clients. Everybody may know him as Wavy. He is the CEO of Trap, the clothing brand. So you guys will see that episode soon. But I'm like, I didn't really get into, I needed an episode kind of introducing myself, introducing the purpose of the Sess Podcast, like what this podcast is, what it is to me, and like how it even came about. So that's really what we're going to be getting into today. So I started this podcast, like, okay, so let's get into, I've been wanting to do a podcast for years, y'all, like years, for the longest. And it really just, I don't know, like when I first wanted to do a podcast, it like podcasts weren't really popular yet. I had a friend at this time who was doing podcasts on SoundCloud, and I'm like, that's dope, but like I want to be seen. Like I want people to see me. I don't really want to just do it on SoundCloud. So the idea kept being in my head. I was trying to like set up like a space like on my own, but that was just a lot. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just wait on it. Fast forward, I ended up I have a nonprofit that I started, Girls to Moms, which is really just helping other moms and children just kind of getting into the motion of motherhood. And I was going to start a podcast through that, but that's like a different project. So I'm like, nah, the podcast ain't going to really hit because I could share my mothering experiences to anybody. It's something in it for anybody. It's a story, testimony for somebody. So I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna really do it. I'm just waiting. And if you know me, I'm really big on my walk right now, just getting closer to God and my journey. So I'm like, I'm just gonna give it to God. Like, if it's meant for me to be sitting in front and talking to people, I'm gonna let him do it the way he wants it to be done. And God gave me this idea of, starting this podcast. So this really is going to be something for everybody. We're going to talk about a lot of everything, business, the world. Most importantly, like I said, y'all, I'm really deep on my walk, just getting closer to God in his word. So if you ain't a believer, if you don't believe in God, this might not be the podcast for you, boo. And that's okay. Ain't for everybody, but that's like, we're gonna talk about that, motherhood, like I said, everything. I'm excited about what's gonna come from it. I got some dope people that on here that I want to bring on to kind of just share with not only y'all but me, like so we can all be in a space where we could grow as people, like where you could sit on the other side and watch this and be like, wow, I learned something. Like my little thing is like, what Skilla Baby say, I'm giving free game. You just got to listen. So everything on here is going to be something for somebody to learn, to grow, to cry. We might cry on here, honestly, because I'm going to be talking. Kind of getting deeper into like what I said about me getting on my journey, just with getting closer to God. I started to realize that he was just important in everything that I was doing, business, being a mom, working, everything that I wanted to do, and I didn't really have him in those places. So once I started including him, I started realizing like, okay, things are starting to like make sense. They make sense now. Things are starting to get better. When things felt like they were falling apart, when I put him into it, it just started to make sense. So I think even that's another reason why I want this podcast, because I feel like my life is a testimony. And I'm not one of the people, I'm so open, but I'm very private. I do not like people in my business, but I really do not have an issue with sharing my experiences and sharing what I've learned and sharing what I know, because I want to see other people do better, be better than I was in a situation, in a circumstance. Like I ain't never been that person. to try to like hold on to stuff, because like people be on that. People be trying to live and act like they don't go through things, or act like what glitter, like, you know, everything that glitter ain't gold. That's the saying. And I feel like some people live their life trying to be glitter, and life ain't glitter. Like, and no matter what you do, what you believe in, how you walk, how you move, you're gonna go through things. But it's about how you bounce back from them things. So I feel like that's another thing I kind of really want to, this podcast, to implement the importance of persevering, the importance of coming out on top. Because look at it like this: no matter what happens, what's going on in your life, the harder things get, that means you're getting closer to the top. The momentum, you're building it. I was just saying the example to somebody, like, it's like working out, y'all. I don't like working out. I don't like walking. I ain't trying to climb nothing. As y'all see, I'm a little chunky chunk. But it's like if you're walking up a hill, the closer you get to the top, the more tired you get. Same with working out. The closer you get to the end, the more likely you want to give up. But you got to push through. So I think this podcast also was just a representation of me pushing through. This is what pushing through looked like. Because a couple months ago, not even just a couple months ago, like before I had my daughter, I really like wanted to give up, in a sense. Like, I just wanted to, like, nah, forget all of this. Like, and I knew I couldn't. And when you kind of like, you feel like your back is against the wall, it's easy to want to give up. It's easy to want to let go of things. And I probably, through me wanting to give up, but me pushing through all of those pains and giving it all to God, the best things were created. The best things came from that. My daughter, the Sess Podcast, like Girls to Moms, all these business ventures, like the people I've met, like I don't know, giving up just will never be an option. So y'all gonna be able to see that journey with me as well. This is really gonna be my platform to, I think, finally speak, like finally talk and share things that sometimes like I don't share with, like I don't say I don't share with people, but like it's my space where I could share things that I let bottle up, or I like might not really like know how to express. So I want to learn how to express it on here. Yeah. So I think another thing that I do, like I want to bring on here, I'm gonna have somebody like kind of mental health. I want to do like a mental health thing, because y'all, mental health probably is the biggest thing, like for people of like minorities, but just anybody, that probably will put us at the biggest standstill, not understanding our mental health, like not understanding how easy it is to let the enemy, to let the world take your mind, and like just kind of figure out who you are and standing in that. And I'm like not saying this like to be like cocky, because I go through stuff. I every day actively going through things, but I know the God I serve. So I genuinely, I know now, like nothing can break me, shake me, move me. But that's all because I reclaim my mental health. So I do, like, even that's a big thing I want to talk about on here is mental health. And whenever you guys like be like, hey Sharyce, like let's talk about daze, da. And I'll be like, okay, like we could talk about that. And yeah, that's not it's so please feel free to DM me, inbox me, text me, whatever you got. I don't really do the inboxy stuff. I ain't on Facebook. But wherever you got me on, just reach out and say like, let's talk about this. If you got any suggestions of people that I should have on, let me know. Cause like I said, I want this to be for everybody. For the people. In my bio, if you following, make sure you're following the Sess Podcast on IG, TikTok, and where else YouTube. Obviously YouTube. But make sure you're following, cause on there, that's where you're gonna see like different like clips of different videos. YouTube, you'll get the full episodes, but on IG, TikTok, you'll get the clips of videos and stuff. So make sure you're following, make sure you're subscribed. But what was I saying? Oh, like on my thing, it says for the people, because I'm for the people. I want this to be for everybody, but I really do want this to be for my people. So I really have it's a mission behind this podcast. It's not just me sitting and talking, and it's a method behind my madness. So I really can't wait for y'all to just share this journey and see what's to come. I'm excited to see what's to come. And like I said, I'm giving it all to God. I done gave it all to him, y'all. I don't know. Because I'll be like, maybe I don't need to be doing this. But every time I be thinking I don't need to be doing something, God show me exactly why I need to. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna be getting into a lot of stuff. So kind of into the last episode, well, this technically is the video you're gonna see first, but y'all are gonna see next the video of my client. And with him, he came out and we just kind of talked about this start of his business, how Trapped came about. We gave some tips and just just some little free game for entrepreneurs, for new business owners, for somebody that's young and trying to figure out how to make their way in clothing, whatever it is that you choose that you want to do. And we just dropped some gems in that. So please make sure you go check that out. Like I said, the Sess Podcast. But I'm on Instagram right now. And
this is why you shouldn't eat McDonald's.
It honestly blows my mind how nobody is talking about this.
But somebody just sent me something.
Watch this video of a man literally pouring lava onto a McDonald's burger and see what happens to it.
This guy pours hot molten copper at 1,984
Y'all,
degrees.
why somebody sent me a video saying why you shouldn't eat McDonald's food, and they pouring lava on the McDonald's burger and it is not melting. Lava. Bruh. Y'all, my baby do not eat that mess. And she eat the French fries. And I thank God I don't even want to put it in her face. I'm not putting it in her face no more. My baby will not eat no chicken nugget. She is not a chicken nugget eater. She not eat none of that. And I'm just so happy that she don't, because this is crazy. Y'all, this is crazy. To pour hot copper, it says it is I'm not even about to say the number because I know I'm going to say it wrong. But to pour hot copper on a McDonald's burger and it don't melt, that's insane. Of course, that's why everybody the stomachs be twisting and turning. Y'all, this food is crazy though. We're going to get into that in another episode though, because it's so much deeper. If y'all really knew why and what's going on with the food, like I said, I'm very big on, on top of me getting closer to God and getting into his word, I do research, because I'm not one of the people, I feel like the world has came to this point where people have twisted the words of the Bible, has twisted the meanings and everything. So I kind of I'm one of the people, I need to know the facts and I need to see the facts based off of the world. And God has just been guiding me and just showing me the real. And it's so much bigger, just our food, the media, the things that we're consuming, the things that we're watching. It's all of the stuff that we're taking in is really here to destroy us. And that's y'all really do need to watch the episode with Wavy, because he was talking about we're trapped, and he's going to be back on, and because I want to get deeper into that, we're really trapped. We're trapped in every single way, and we don't realize that. If you ever heard somebody say, we really living in a matrix, we're really living in a matrix, and that shit is crazy to me, y'all. That's so crazy to me. That's so crazy. We're really living in a matrix. This is, crazy. I just can't wait to be able to get a farm, and grow my own stuff. Like, I just pray that God just let me have a farm. Like, let me just please. Cause that is crazy. To not melt is crazy. Wow, okay, yeah, I just seen this. Yeah, I'm just scrolling on Instagram. I'm sorry. It say this is a reminder to check on your people's mental today. Mental health is important, and even some of the strongest people have weak moments, y'all. So I want to get into this. I want to get into this because I had just on a couple of days ago, I had just had to make a little, like, I don't want to say a little, like, it wasn't like directed towards nobody. It was one of them, like, if you felt like the shoe was for you, it was for you. But I had to just make this thing, and I'm never one of them people who would like discredit or take away or not live up to what somebody has done for me. So if you have done for me, I naturally just want to do what's right. But I feel like this transition into mommy, and then trying to, like, I'm still an entrepreneur, I'm still a business owner, I'm a creative, I work. I have my main mission right now is to complete, like, to walk in purpose. So I'm really trying to make sure everything I do is just aligning to what God wants for me. So I want to help people. I want to do a lot, just a lot. And it's always a lot put on my mind, on my heart. So I felt like at a point in time, I didn't know how to really mentally balance all of that, like, still while still going through the motions of my life. And I feel like I started to watch people different. I started to look at people, and I'm like, people could call these people to go outside and party and get lit, but nobody could call me, like, and these people I'm checking up on. I'm texting, it might not be all the time, because I'm very much like, I still like to be in my own space, in my own personal, but nobody like really like, hey, how you feeling? And like, you might know what I'm going through. I went through postpartum. I went through a lot of things, and like, that's something I'm gonna open up more on future episodes, because I'm gonna have like moms come on and just kind of share, like, really in depth what postpartum may look like, and it looks different for every mom. But so I just felt like people didn't really reach out, and we all go through things. We all live in a life, but like I said, I don't put on no facade. Like, if you know me, you meet me, I ain't faking it. I ain't trying to kick it with nobody and act like something like that it ain't. So it was hard for me seeing everybody putting on these facades, but then when it's to me, or coming to me, like, you going, like, it's just, I don't know, like, I don't know how to explain it, but basically, all in all, I made a comment just saying, like, I had one person that genuinely and, like, just checked in on me. You don't have to do anything for me, like, financially, nothing. I ain't even that type of person to ask, but just genuinely checked in on me consistently, and still to this day does. Just, hey, how are you and the baby? And this girl has a child herself. And I think it just kind of, it meant a lot to me, because she, like, we both was going through similar situations, like, mentally, emotionally, and, like, just seeing how strong she was and how strong I was, and we both saying the same thing, like, nobody really, like, checking in. Ain't nobody really concerned. And like I said, everybody got their own life, but it kind of make you look at people different when people be concerned when it's your business, when people be concerned when you finally break, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's when people be concerned, but you'll be strong for so long, it don't matter to nobody. So I don't know, like, I had made that stab, basically, like, now I'm at a point, like, you ain't gotta check up on me, like, you feel me? Like, nobody gotta. I looked at everybody how I needed to. I got through my tough times. I know tough times they don't last. They gonna come and go. So I know how to deal with them now, with not with all the fake love. Like, I don't know, like, I don't want to say fake love, but yeah, like, in a sense, fake love. I know how to deal with those situations. So I felt like when I needed people at that spot where they say, like, even the strongest people get weak, I think I never was quiet about what I was going through. I just realized, it's nobody for me to complain. Like, I can't complain, because this is what I set my life up for, and the only person who could save me is God, and then myself. So, but I feel like for a lot of people, it don't got to get to that point, because we need people. We need strong people. Need people. Everybody needs somebody. You need somebody that you can depend on, cry on, talk to, pour out to. So if you got that strong friend, that strong parent, whoever it is, just reach out to them and tell them that you love them. Like, or like, just remind them that you're there for them, because some people really will just sit and go through this life stuff alone. Like, and it's not meant to be done alone. Like, So yeah, that's just my little spiel about that. But yeah, y'all. Oh, this lash is bothering me. These are little TikTok lashes. I got these from like the TikTok people. This one bothering me bad. And I really do need some extensions, but I just cannot sit that long. I be doing them and I still can't sit. I can't sit. I really can't sit. I don't be wanting to. I don't really be getting into the lash stuff, because it's just really time consuming, and I just be feeling like y'all be so beautiful. Like, we don't really need them, but they cute. Oh yeah, so let me tell y'all, my baby is finally communicating. She could communicate that she gotta go to the potty, that she got pee pee and poop, y'all, and I'm a proud mom, and I'm excited. And my baby say thank you when you give her stuff, and you're welcome. Yeah, so I just had to share that with y'all. A mommy moment. That was a little mommy moment while I'm scrolling through my phone looking at pictures of my baby. That's what I do all the time, y'all. I be at work and I just look at pictures of my baby, see my lock screen, and it just changed the pictures, and I just look at my baby because I just love my baby. I love my baby so much. So like I said, it's obvious. I'm a little chunky monkey. But I don't really that was another reason I wasn't like in a rush to start a podcast, because I really just don't before I used to feel so self-conscious about being fat on camera. I just I feel like I look, to me, now anybody could disagree because I might just be a delusional, but I feel like I look different in person. And when I look at myself on the camera, I'll be like, oh nah, baby, keep that. Which has kind of worked with me and against me, because I really do like being low key. Like, I don't like posting pictures. I don't really like people seeing me. Like, you see me when I want to be seen. And I like that. That works for me. That works with my my vibe, my mood. So it don't really bother me that I'm not really a picture person, because who am I taking pictures for? But like I said, I want to do the podcast, and I'm like, bro, my head big, I'm big, everything this big. Like, I do not want to be sitting on no camera. But obviously, I came over that little fear, but it's time, y'all. I gotta get into the gym. I used to go to I had a trainer, and she was so dope. Her name was Chelsea, and she moved. And honestly, she worked with me so much, y'all. I used to bull. Like, man, I used to play. I used to play in Chelsea face. I am not gonna lie, y'all. I used to play in Chelsea face. But even what I did put in, my results used to be amazing. And I miss her. They say don't take for granted things. Like, when you have it, cherish and hold on to it. Because, man, I ain't gonna find another Chelsea. But I definitely want to get into the gym. That's another thing I want to kind of get on here, like health people. So if y'all know anybody in the health field, health industry, put me on, DM me, because I want to just get somebody on here kind of just share the importance of health, like our physical health, not only just our mental health, but our physical health, because that all plays a part, what you're putting into your body, what you're eating. Like we just talked about that McDonald's stuff, and we be getting all that fast food, but what we put into our body, that affects not only our physical, but then our mental. So I want to get somebody on here to kind of just talk about the importance of taking care of our bodies. And maybe that would be like my push, because y'all, I got a gym membership and I don't be going. I don't be going. I do not be going. Girl, I done paid for the kids program so the baby could go to the, I do not be going, y'all. It's just, mom life is very busy. Like being a mom is a very, very busy thing. And I feel like when you get the time to do something, you just want to sit and stare. Like you want to sit and stare at the world. So what's the phase? Being a mom is like, I don't know. I be feeling like superwoman or something. Like it don't be nothing but God though. Like giving me the strength to like get through and do what I be doing, cause it's a lot. And I really condone moms. Like I was just telling somebody, like them moms that be saying they be full-time moms, full-time students, full-time workers. Like I tried it, ain't for me. Baby, you strong. that's some different stuff. Like that's too much. I am in school, but I can't work full time and do that. Like I cannot work full time. But then I still got, but I'm also, I would say I'm a full time entrepreneur, because I just hate entrepreneur, because that's not really what, to me, when I hear entrepreneur, I think somebody who's creating businesses off the strength of like for without, I don't know, like I don't know how to explain it. I guess I am an entrepreneur, but I really like calling myself a creative, because I more less like to create things for the benefit of a bigger picture or for other people. So like I said, like I have Girls to Moms. That's something literally designed and structured to be something bigger for moms, kids, to kind of put us in a space where we have resources, and the right resources, and those resources, excuse me, mom. Ooh. And the resources I like, because I feel like with mom, like when you become a mom and the resources that are out there for us, they're very hard to get. Like you would think they would be easier, but nah. Baby, they make them hard. I was trying to get daycare for over 6 months. Fighting for my life for some daycare. It's just crazy out here for the moms. So like that's like, but that was all based off of my creativeness. Like, not off of like me trying to be an entrepreneur. So yeah, I don't really feel like that's the term for me, but whatever. Full-time creative, I don't know. But with that, making sure that my kid is good, I work, school, every day I'm trying to figure out a way to get better, be better, do something better, contribute to, I will do the most now so I could do the less late, the least amount of things later. And so I feel like I'm constantly like thinking, constantly working. Even when I'm not working, I'm working. Like I'm just always in a self-improvement. So it just be a lot. So like I said, the moms that be on there, cause baby, but especially with little ones, cause I feel like when your kid is older, it's easier. It's easier to like, do daycare. Like it's easier to find somebody to watch your kid. But my baby is 1, and she busy. She into everything. She might be playing with a toy 1 minute. Now she swing a CD around, climbing on the top of your bed. She just, you never know with her. So it just be a lot. But what was we talking about? You see me, y'all. I just went on a tangent. I don't even remember what we was talking about before. We was talking about the moms. But yeah, whatever we was talking about, that's what we was talking about. See, mom brain, y'all, I got it all like that. I don't even know. I don't even know where we was getting at with this. I don't know. But I think I could still share like my motive, like my inspirations of like a podcast. Cause like I had kind of got into earlier where I said my friend had a podcast, and then I had ended up my child's father. He was really big. Like when I had met him, I never really watched like I said, it wasn't really that many podcasts and before, and then I like 2021 I met him and stuff. So like when we started dealing with each other, and um he was really into the podcast thing. So I don't be trying to put math on nothing either. Mind your business. But but I knew him. But anyway, so he was really into that. So I'm like, oh, like these podcasts, like I like this. So like the 85 South Show, Poor Minds, like those, I'm like, oh, this is like my vibe. But I feel like if I had a podcast at who I like, I was very into the world, and I want to say like I didn't really have like, I knew who I was, but I didn't really know who I was. So I would have been speaking like a lot of other people be speaking, and that's just not me. Like I feel like I have my own identity. I just identify different. I speak different, and I really stand on that. So I had to figure out like how was it going to fit me and who I am. So now I think it's more personal. Before it kind of would have been like real like a duplicate, and I'm excited to see. But those are really like inspirational podcasts for me, because like if you watch those podcasts, they're specific to them. Like they're very specific to them. Like you're watching, like like you're only gonna get that energy from that podcast. Like $1 million worth of game, you only gonna get that energy. You're gonna only get them from it. So that's how I want this to be. Like you're only gonna get me from me. So whatever else you're looking for, you're gonna have to find it somewhere else. But yeah, y'all. I don't know how I want to do this with y'all. Like I don't know if I want to like surprise y'all, or like on like each at the end of each episode, like say like next episode we're gonna have blah 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 blah. But that's like kind of corny. I'd rather surprise y'all, add a little sprinkle, spazzle dazzle up in here, like like surprise. And really, like I think that's how I'm gonna do it. So I think stay tuned. If you're not following, go follow now. That's where you're gonna see me announce who the next visitor, who my next guest will be, and just like the topics, so y'all kind of just can be in touch and tune and know what's going on. So, yep, yeah, bye.